You know that feeling when you listen to a song and it feels like it's telling a piece of your own story? Well, today we're going to talk about a group that has become exactly that for millions of people. Seriously, they're a phenomenon that's about so much more than just music, and we're going to dive into why. It really all boils down to this one huge question. How in the world does a musical group transform into a national symbol of hope and really of resilience? Yep, we are of course talking about SB19. Now, if you're a fan and 18, you already know what this is all about. But even if you're not, you have probably seen their name everywhere, from Billboard charts to magazine covers. So what is the real story behind all the hype? So let's get into it. We're going to unpack exactly why this group became such a massive cultural force, how they moved so far beyond just the stage to represent something way, way bigger. So let's tackle that question head on. Why do people consistently call SB19 a symbol of Filipino hope? Well, to answer that, we have to look at the journey that actually earned them that title. Okay, to understand their impact, you have to go back to the beginning. And let me tell you, this was not an overnight success story, not even close. Their entire foundation is built on pure, unyielding resilience. I mean, just think about this for a second. Right before their big break, they were at their absolute lowest point. They were on the verge of giving up completely. And this isn't just some backstory, it's the emotional heart of their entire journey. And just look at the time frame here. They started this intense training back in 2016, debuted in 2018 to basically crickets. And it wasn't until late 2019 that one single viral moment changed everything. That's years of grueling, unseen work. And you know, they haven't shied away from that struggle one bit. Their recent documentary just peeled back the curtain on everything, showing the intense physical and mental pressure, the injuries, the anxiety, the moments they almost broke. That kind of honesty is what makes them so incredibly relatable. This whole journey perfectly embodies a core Filipino value known as tiyaga. It's this deep-seated belief in perseverance, in patiently enduring hardship, with the faith that all your efforts are going to pay off eventually. They are the living, breathing embodiment of tiyaga. So that resilience, it built the foundation for their next chapter. After they survived, they started to define who they were. They began to move from just following a K-pop-inspired training model to creating something that was uniquely their own. And this slide just illustrates their evolution perfectly. They took that discipline, that world-class training model, but they used it as a launch pad. Their mission became about cultural sovereignty, about carving out a space for P-pop or Pinoy pop on the world stage and doing it on their own terms. And their music became the way they broadcasted this mission. You know, songs like Wat, which is this clever play on Watawat, the word for flag, and Mapa, which is this beautiful tribute to parents. These aren't just pop songs. No way. They are cultural statements. And this commitment even led to them being named Youth Ambassadors for the National Commission for Culture and the Arts. This spirit of community and shared purpose is captured in another key Filipino value, bayanihan. It's the idea of people coming together, lifting as one to achieve a common goal. And that concept, it defines not just the group, but their entire relationship with their fans. And speaking of community, you literally cannot tell the story of SB19 without talking about their fandom, the Atin. This is not just a fan base. It is a powerful, symbiotic community that is absolutely central to their success. And listen, the numbers do not lie. The 18 are an absolute force. They won the Billboard Fan Army Face-Off for 3 consecutive years. That kind of consistent, organized dedication on a global scale, it's just incredible. But here's the thing, and this is what's truly amazing, their impact goes so far beyond online polls and streaming numbers, it translates into tangible, real-world action. This is what we mean by fan-led hope in action. Inspired by the group, the 18 organized these massive outreach projects this year alone. We're talking medical missions, nationwide blood drives, feeding programs. They are actively mirroring the group's values of lifting others up. It's amazing. So all of this culminates in 2025, a landmark year where all the years of struggle, of identity building, and that incredible community support just propelled them to a new global peak. So at the very first Filipino Music Awards, they didn't just win, they completely dominated. They took home 6 awards in a single night. 6. And of course, that domination included the biggest award of them all, Artist of the Year. That cemented their status as the undisputed leaders of the P-pop movement right at home. But their success wasn't just local. Get this, on the international stage, they achieved something incredible. They won International Group of the Year at Brazil's SEC Awards against massive global names like Linkin Park. And this is what it all means. It's proof. It's proof that the Filipino language, the culture, and the stories have a place on the world stage and can compete with the absolute best. So when we say SB19 is more than a band, this is exactly what we mean. They are a movement. They represent the dream that no matter how small you start or where you're from, your voice is valid and your story matters. And that just brings us right back to hope, doesn't it? So I want to leave you with this question to think about. For those of you who listen, what's a line from one of their songs that genuinely gives you strength when things get tough? Their story is one of perseverance, and their music is just filled with it. What part of it resonates most with you?